and welcome to episode 46 of the Knitting in the podcast. I am Ivonne and I'm going to tell you all about what I knitted on the last 2 weeks. This is my cup of the day, lovely flowery mug, and I don't have a coffee anymore because I have enough coffees already and there's water in my mug. Today is Wednesday, 23 April 2025. It's a grey day, grey Dutch skies with a little bit of rain, but it's going to be 16 degrees today, so not really cold. I'm going to tell you all about what I finished and what I knitted on. If you saw my Easter vlogs, you already know a little bit where that goes. But if you don't like daily vlogs, then maybe you're a returning viewer from the podcast, welcome. Maybe you're a new subscriber, also welcome. And welcome to everybody who's always watching. Thank you for your time with me. What I said, I'm Ivonne. I'm a knitter from Holland. I live in the Middle East, so near the German border, and in a place called Hengelo. And I love to knit. That's what I do a big part of my day. I'm mainly a sock knitter, a shawl knitter and blankets. That's what I like most. But sometimes also a garment or a cardigan. That's what I want to do more, but sometimes it doesn't come out of me yet, because I always choose to do socks first, socks or shawls or blankets. I have a few finished objects today, and the first one I'm going to let you see is my sweater. Yay! I finished my sweater from back in the days. When I was a young child, I was 14 years old. I could knit already. We learned it at school when I was 8 years, and my mother was also a knitter. So she was always at night sitting on the chair and knit. And then I wanted to knit a sweater for myself. So we picked out the yarn in a local yarn shop. Then I was a young girl. My father had a bakery, and next to the bakery there was a fabric and wool shop. So I chose black because I loved black at that moment, and I knitted my sweater then with black and grey. And then I did it 8 rows black and then 2 rows grey. That was the pattern. I made it up myself, and I made a boxy sweater with like this, with a drop shoulder, and just flat, knit flat, back and forth, purling and or knit and purl. And the border is a 2x2 rib, I think maybe 3 centimeters. I'm not a fan of 2x2 rib, so I don't choose to do my borders too long. And then that sweater I wear a lot in the days. So after that my sweater was finished, I knitted another one in black and pink, so like this. So then 5 years ago or 4 years ago, I don't know anymore, when I picked up my knitting again, there was a really big gap. I think I didn't knit from age of 16, or I don't know exactly anymore, until I think COVID period. Then I picked it up again. Sometimes I knitted a little Cindy garment, or for my youngest son I knitted once a cardigan, but that was it. And then after Corona, the knitting mojo came back, and I thought, what can I make that sweater from back in the days again? So that's what I did. I casted it on. I bought the yarn. It is, I think it's a Dutch brand, Yarn and Colors Amazing. They sell it at Wolplein, and I ordered a few balls in 3 colors. I didn't want to knit again 2 sweaters, so I thought I will combine these 3 colors and then make the back in the day sweater. So these 3 colors I had, and the main color is black. And as a child, I didn't like to knit in one color. That was directly, I always liked it that there comes another color, a stripe that you see progress. As a child, I had that, and I still have that. So that's, think the reason that I chose black and gray, because I wanted to wear black clothes, and there could be not any color in, so the first sweater was black and gray. But yeah, that sweater was, I wore a lot, and we made another one, and then I thought, okay, I will choose pink and black. And also that sweater I wore a lot. And I think after those 2 sweaters, the knitting mojo was gone. I was a young girl, and we went out often in the weekends, and we didn't knit anymore. It wasn't, it wasn't hot anymore. Yeah, when I was young, I didn't tell that I was a knitter. It was a little bit, taboo. How do you say that? So the years went by. I bought a house. I got children. I got a divorce. I was a single mom, and then Corona came, and then I thought, yeah, I want to knit something for myself again. So that's where it all began again. And then I bought the yarn for this sweater, and I started. I couldn't made up in my mind how I would do that in the round. That was too new for me 5 years ago, so I thought I will do it like in the early days. I will knit it flat in pieces, and I will seam it together. So that's what I did. So the first panel was, I think after 2 weeks or so it was finished. But then I thought, I don't want a boat neck. When I was younger, I did a boat neck. So I have to do decreases for the neckline. But I didn't know how to do that. So I found a really vintage Ariadne. This is really one from 1983. In 1983, I was 14. And I picked an, look, this is how I looked. But I didn't have the curls. Super nice. I picked a pattern from here to see what you have to do for a round neck. So that's what I did. But then at first it fell down a year. I didn't knit a year on it because I couldn't figure out. I didn't know where the pattern was, and but a year later I finally did it. I made a round neck. So then I cast it on the second panel. That was the back, and again I knitted a lot, and then it went quiet for a year again. A year later I thought, oh Ivonne, you have to finish this sweater. So same as the front panel, I didn't know where the magazine was, and I didn't know how to do the round neck, so it was in hibernation for a few months. Then last year, February, I thought, I finally did it. I finally made the neckline for, I like boat necks, I like this, so that's what I'm not liking. It's a little bit round. Then I picked it up again, and I seamed the shoulders together and the side panels, because it's striped. You have to, count your rows exactly, otherwise the stripes don't fit. So that is what I did, and then for the first time, I picked up stitches. Not for a shawl. I did it before. And then I picked up stitches for the neckline, and it worked. It looked good, and I was happy. And I thought, now I'm going to knit. I pick up stitches for the sleeves, and I'm going to knit the sleeves. And then the sweater is finally ready. But again, picked up stitches for the sleeve, and again it was a year quiet until a few weeks ago. And I thought, and now it's time to finish this sweater, Ivonne. Come on. So I did, and I finished this yesterday, and I'm very happy. I washed it already because it was 4 years in this basket. Even Mosey slept on it when he was a little cat, and I washed it and I dried it. It's black, so you have a lot of you see a lot of the cat hairs henceforth on it. But yeah, we have the sticker rolls, and so I'm very, very happy that it's finished. I think I will put a picture in that you can see me wear it. It's a boxy, not too, it's a little, wide. I like that. That's how I like my sweaters. Not too long. It's a little bit, halfway my butt. So happy that it's finally finished after, I should say 4 years. My sweater is finished and I love it. And I think I'm going to wear it a lot. But it's acrylic yarn, so it will be it feels not so natural as wool. But yeah, when I'm going to wear it as often as my sweaters back in the day, then I'm happy. And I'm a happy girl. So that was my first finished object. Yeah, super nice. Happy, happy, happy. So thanks to the Old Fashion magazine. This is a really precious magazine. I love it a lot. I knitted my first sweater again. My back in the day sweater. Now then I have another few finished objects. 3. The first one were these socks. Ta-da! These are the West Yorkshire Spinner socks. I casted them on 7 February and I finished them 18 April. It was my takeaway sock. When I leave the house, I always take a bag with knitting with me, and this was the one. So it took me a little bit longer. The yarn I bought in London at Beautiful Knitters 2 years ago, and it's West Yorkshire Spinners. I will see if the bobbin's still here. No, I don't have it here anymore because, but I showed it in previous videos. So if you want to see what the number is, Bullfinch is the name. So then you can maybe one of the episodes back. I'm always choosing for 3x1 rib. I do 14 centimeters of cuff, and then I think it's enough. Then my leg is 14 centimeters in total. I do a heel flap and a heel turn, and then the gusset. And then from the gusset, from the heel flap off, I have to knit 60 rounds to start the toe. And that's always good for my size 40, European 40. So that is one finished object. And then we had, of course, the Easter yarn swap. It was a success, super success again. And I swapped one swap with Truida. We made a package for each other. And the other one was in the, I organized the yarn, the paas wool swap. And then we have a, how do you say, a chain from person 1 makes for 2, 2 for 3, and so forth. So the lady that got me was Wendy. But yeah, I want to show the socks from Truida first because they were first from the needles. So this is what it became. I love it a lot. It's super, spring feeling, Easter feeling. Truida did on purpose. She chose these colors. It was not a coincidence. She chose the colors she bought. We did also a thrift shop swap, and she bought. That was the first present I got in the thrift shop swap. This vintage tin, and then she had bought this in the thrift shop, and then she thought, "Oh, I'm going to match the colors with a tin." The only thing she didn't do was the harder colors in it. She chose to do a little bit softer orange and softer blue. But I think she did a really good job with that. I thought it was a super nice idea to do it like this. So we knitted every day the balls we got that day. If you didn't see my Easter vlogs, you can binge to watch them back if you like. And every day I throw the dice and I did the rows that I had to do. Sometimes I cheated a little bit because sometimes if you throw 12, it's a little bit I think a little bit too much, and sometimes when you throw one, it's too less. I'm not going to do one stripe. So I changed it a little bit, and then this is the result. I love them a lot. These ones I finished on first Easter day. We have 2 Easter days here in Holland. So that was the first one. And then I had the swap that Wendy made for me. Wendy is also on Instagram. She's Handwerken is mijn lief. Truida is also on Instagram. She's Truida Baas on Instagram. And Wendy has a really different color choice. These are all leftovers from her stash. She packed them in little plastic eggs, and I chose randomly. I chose one, and this is how I chose them. The only thing I changed was after this black, I had choose to do this one again, because I thought when the next day is again a dark color, it's going to be too dark. And the last color was the orange, and I had to do 10 rows still, and then I thought I chose to do this one again after the orange, because I knew I did red toes, and otherwise I thought it's too dark. So I think they're looking great. Turned out really, really great. So this is random. What you get is what you knit. No choice, no choosing. Just the cuffs. I did the cuffs in Jawohl, red Jawohl, cuffs, heels, and toes. So super nice. So that was pair 15, pair 16, and pair 17 for this year already. So I love it. All the socks. Oh yeah, I'm going to be so happy when I see all the socks growing. I love it. Yeah. So that was it for the finished objects. I got 2 presents in the Easter yarn swap. We change 14 balls of 4-ply sock yarn, and then on the first Easter day we do give each other a present, and I got 2 balls of sock yarn, one from Truida and one from Wendy. Normally I would put it in my stash and I see when I knit it, but now I thought, hey Ivonne, maybe it's nice to cast them on immediately. Don't wait, because if you wait, I have a lot of sock yarn in my stash. Yeah, then you don't know how it knits up. So I did cast them on immediately, and this is the first one. This is the ball I got from Truida. It looks and feels very much like hand-dyed yarn, but it's a Lana Grossa. It's a Lana Grossa Spots, and this is colorway. Yeah, it's a really long number. 17297045. Don't know if you see it. Trill. And this is how it knits up. I like the spots a lot, but I don't like that the red is pooling. So you see like a big dot. Normally I like more that it's lines or stripes. But yeah, I like it a lot, of course. It doesn't matter, but that's maybe one klein minpuntje. So same recipe, 14 rounds of cuff, 3x1 rib, 14 centimeters in total. I'm not there yet. As I should say, it is 80% merino and 20% polyamide. So yeah, it feels and looks like a hand-dyed yarn. It's super soft. So if you think, oh, Ivonne, what a nice ball, I want that too, maybe you can Google it and find it online. It's a Lana Grossa Spots. So that is one. It lives in my flowery bag from Birdie and Poppet, one of the first ones, and I love it a lot. very much use of it, out of it. I'll put it back in the bag, and yeah, then I thought, should I cast on the other one also? At first I didn't do it. I thought, no, I don't do it. But a day later I thought, yeah, why not? Pick that ball and cast it on, and that's what I did. So this is the second present I got. It's the Scheepjes Arcadia. Scheepjes is I think a Dutch brand, and the English people always find it hard to pronounce. We have I think that's the most difficult thing in our language, the SCH, scheepjes, SCH. Yeah, we learn it at school very young. Scheepjes, you say, scheepjes. And the two E's is E, it's not schepjes, it is sheepjes, scheepjes. I'm trying to learn new Dutch. So that is what I've got. It's color number 903, Savannah. I'm honest, if I'm in a yarn shop and I see this kind of colors, I never want to choose it. But now I like it a lot. I was knitting yesterday, and I wanted to knit until the brown stripe started. I have to say it is a thinner sock yarn, so it's thinner than what I used. I think it's maybe it's, I don't know, not strong enough. I don't know. It has to be, because even kijken, it's 75% schuurwolle and 25 polyamide. So it is indeed a sock yarn, but I like it a lot. I couldn't stop yesterday. I stopped at the heel flap. I'm now at the point that I can start the heel flap. So I think these socks will be ready not so long from now. We'll see that. And it is it's a super nice bag. I bought it in Liberties in London last March. And this is a perfect project bag. It's a little, the inside is some, how do you say that? Sterker. So it stands on its own. It's a box bag. And this one has to go in also. And I loved it. It was only $14.95 in Liberties. Can you believe it? So if you going to London, maybe in the near future, you can find it at the haberdashery department. I love it a lot. So my new project bag. Yeah, and then I have the takeaway sock. I have a new takeaway sock, and that is the ball I bought in London last March when I was there with Roel and Janie. This is the ball band, Hertjegarn Aleo sock wool, and it is number 10, color number 10. Now I told it before, we bought little in the round needles. But I'm not, I'm doing it, but I'm not a fan of this. You don't have, you have no space to for my left hand. That is really hard. So it takes me a long while to do 4 rows. I think I did yesterday. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 6 rows in 1 hour. Normally I will do, I think 20 rows in an hour. So this is a learning curve for me. How do you say that? I have to learn this. But the thing that why I bought it was because you can take it with you better. It's not sticking through your bag. Normally, my DPNs are always sticking through my bags. And then I thought, this is nice to take with you. So yeah, this will be a long time sock project because I want to finish them on this little needles from Chaigu. I bought it at Loop London. This one, I have another set. This is a set, you get 2 of them. And maybe I say in about a few weeks, oh no, I'm getting used to it. It's nicer now, but on this moment it's hard for my hands. So that is another sock whip, and then I have another scrubby sock casted on. After the Easter yarn swap, I was a little bit lost. I thought, oh yeah, my socks are ready, what I'm going to do now. But I had another swap halfway through the Easter yarn swap. I had another swap with one of the viewers, and she gifted me also nice balls, and I cast it on immediately, this cuff. And this is what I've got until now. I think I am also nearly at an heel flap. Then I thought, let it rest now and cast on the other one also. So I did a little bit of the cuff because I want to do the legs the same. So yeah, trying to do them the same. And then I can see what I will do if I'm going to do the foot in the same colors, because I have enough balls, or I use the other balls. I have a lot of balls. This will be good, but I don't think that this fits. So I don't know yet how that will turn out. We'll see that. We'll see that in the future. Now, same recipe, 3x1 rib, 14 rounds cuff, and then I'm always doing 1 round normal before I change the colors. Then that looks nicer. So that is also one of my sock whips, and I have it in this lovely bag. This is one of my favorite. I made it myself. It's very dodgy. I bought a dodgy bag pin last year with Ellie from Little Drops of Wonderful, and she gifted me one extra, and that's why it's on this dodgy bag. This fabric I found in London at the thrift shop at Portobello Road once, and yeah, it's a really lovely bag. And I found a lovely tin yesterday with roses. So it's a coincidence. I put it in this bag, and I thought, oh look, it's all rose themed. So that is also one of my sock whips. I have more sock whips, but I didn't knit on them. I have always too much to tell you. I always try to not let the podcast during longer than 1 hour. But when I show you everything, it will take 2 hours. So that's what I'm not doing. In this lovely bag is my shawl. This is a bag from Hobby Bags from Inga. I bought it last year when we met each other on an ontmoetdag. She brought it for me. And it's not a zipped or a drawstring, but this is a tote bag. And it's a really nice bag. I take it to my house, through my house. And in here is the stripe shawl from Stephen West. And the painting stripe shawl. Oh, yeah. Normally you will choose every row a new color. Wait. But I chose to do it in black and grey alpaca because I have a lot of it. And I wanted to, now like the sweater, I wanted to make something in black, but not only black because that's too boring to knit. So then I thought, oh yeah, I have a few grey balls. So the first panel has a lighter grey, and the second panel has a darker grey, and I think I have another grey that's nog een tint lighter. How do you say? This one. This is for the third panel. So it will be 3 shades of grey and 1 black. But I saw that I have to knit a long piece. This is a very long piece. You increase on one side and the other one you decrease 1 stitch, or with the short rows, but I think it's only 1 stitch at the time. So it's the end is not inside yet. It's a long piece that I have to knit, and then I have to do section 3. But yeah, if you search on painting stripe shawl, you will see how much knitting I have for the book. Still have to do. But yeah, I'm happy that I started section 2, and we'll see how far we come. I don't know when it's finished, but it will be finished one day. At first I thought I will finish it in May, but it's too boring to just knit up and down, so I will do a few stripes a week, or sometimes maybe a few stripes a day. I don't know that yet. We'll see that. I have too many other nice things on my needles that I don't want to knit on this monogamously. I'm not a monogamous knitter. So yeah, that is also one of the whips. And then I want to show you my last whip. I love it a lot. It's on my needles, I think already 2 years. I don't know for sure, or 1.5 years. It doesn't matter. It is my scrappy. It's crocheted. It's not knitted. My scrappy crochet blanket, granny stripes blanket. Yeah, that's what I searched for. It's nearly done. I think it's now 170 centimeters, and I want to finish this. Oh yeah, it lives in this basket. This one I found at the thrift shop. It's really nice for this blanket. It's on my bed always, and when I'm tired and I don't feel like knitting anymore, I sometimes pick this up. Yeah, this is my lovely made myself Halloween bag, and there are the leftovers from the advent calendar from Vrouwtjes Wol Boutique from 2 years ago, and these are the last pieces, and this is what I want to crochet in the blanket, and then it's finished. So it's not much anymore, and then the blanket is big enough because it's I think it's going to be around 180 high, and it's around 1 meter wide. But I still love to work on this. It is so, yeah, I don't know. I just make a knot like this, and I leave long ends, and I'm weaving in the ends later. I don't want to do a magic knot ball. It's nothing for me. I just pick one, I knot them together, and I'm going on, and I leave it at first. Most things I already woven in the ends, so once in a while I will do that. So when I'm ready with the blanket, then it's all finished. I don't do a border. I decided that it's not necessarily. What I wanted to show you is here is the stitch marker. This is the piece I did after Christmas. So yeah, best nice. I did my good job. I love this pink and this green together. Oh, super nice. So yeah, it's a really big blanket already, and when this is finished, I'm going to cast on a new one immediately, because this is eating all the little scraps, sock yarn scraps. I love it, and it's never bothering me that I have to work on this also. No, it's always when I feel like it, I will do it. So erg leuk, zeg maar in Dutch. So la la la. It's so heavy already. So this is my only crochet project. What I say, when it's finished, I'm going to do a new one, and just to eat up all the little scraps, and what's left over. Yeah, sometimes you cut scraps for weaving in ends, and that's going to go in my knitted animals. So look at this. So it's on my bed. The cats are not lying in this, never. I don't know why. So super nice. And my hook. Where is the hook? Onderin in the basket. The hook zit vast. Of course, it's hooked on the fabric. This is a Clover 3.0. Very nice hook to crochet with. Yeah, so that was it for the works in progress. I am going to start a knit along I think 15 May. And the one I'm going to do is knit with me together the garter-marler-cardigan from Stephen West, or the garter-marler sweater, if you prefer that. I have a lot of leftovers from that shawl, and that shawl is in the most brown colors, brown, pinks, neutrals, and I want to do something with their scraps. And 2 years ago I knitted my first garter-marler. Maybe I will take it, I will get it, wait. Yeah, there is me again. Look, this is my first garter-marler. I chose, I had a lot of leftovers from that. My first vertices unite was in the yellow and pinks. Yeah. So then I also thought, what will I do with all the leftovers? And then I started this. I chose to do pink for the cuff, the board, the cuff. And this was my first garment of cardigan, what I knitted in the round. I will share a picture here, how it will look on me. But I chose to do 2 bigger size. It's here at my breast, it's too wide. Normally, like this sweater is too wide, but that's good. But this model is too wide, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, I wore it a lot around the house, and when it's really cold on my bike in the winter, I wear it under my jacket. So I wanted to knit a new garter-marler, but then in all the leftovers from these 2 shawls, the Vertices Unite shawl, my 4th, and the Go-Go Dynamo. And when I don't have enough, I have a few whole skeins that I can use also for it. But I'm trying to do it with scraps. That. So if you like to join me, I am going to start on 15 May. I don't know which day that is. I thought the 18th was in the weekend. So it will be Wednesdays or so. So you have 3 weeks time to go look which colors you want together. What do you want to use for it? You have to buy the pattern yourself, of course, and we can knit along 6 weeks long until the end of June to knit a garment of a cardigan already, and then when it's fall you have your cardigan ready. So that is super nice. I'm not a person who knits summer garments, summer sweaters. It's always too hot for me, so I thought I will use these months to knit already something for fall. And then I'm also hosting a knit along in August. I'm starting 1 August with another Vertices Unite knit along. That's my 3rd knit along I do for the Vertices Unite. And so when this is ready, you can join me also 1 August to knit a Vertices Unite. So if you think, oh yeah, that shawl's on my list for forever and I never knitted it, you can join me. You have now the time to choose your colors, to buy the pattern. It's just a knit along to how do you say that? To inspire you to knit with me, and that we knit it in. I give you the time for the Vertices Unite 6 weeks. So we start 1 August until 14 September. That's my birthday. So we have 6 weeks time to knit the big shawl, and that's really doable because that one I knitted in 3 weeks and the other ones I knitted in 5 weeks. It's a super nice shawl and it is not hard at all. So if you think, oh Ivonne, that's nice, I want to do it with you, you can choose your yarn and buy the pattern. And 1 August we start the Vertices Unite knit along, and 15 May we start the the garter-marler-cardigan knit along. Yeah, so I will describe everything in the description box on which date we start and henceforth. I will choose a hashtag for it. I don't know that yet, but it will be in the description box. So it would be nice that you knit along with me and pick up all the scraps you like in your colors and make a garter-marler-cardigan. Yeah, I'm feeling it now. Oh, I yesterday I thought, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think it's a pity that all the nice leftovers, that we do nothing with it. And I knit a lot of scrappy socks, but it's too much to knit only socks from. So that's why I thought we do this. Hopefully you like it. Hope you join me. It would be nice. I'm taking a sip of my water. So I thought 1 August the Vertices Unite, because in October Stephen West always has his mystery knit along. Last year I started with the Vertices Unite on 1 September, but some people thought that is too, it's too close on the start date of the MCAL. So that's why I thought I will, start it earlier in August. It could be very hot in August, but that's a nice project. You can take it with you. It's not hard. It's a nice maybe summer knit for your winter, for the start of the fall. Super nice. I'm going to search all the leftovers for my garment, or for my garter-marler in the coming weeks, and I will show you later my color palette. And I'm already thinking about what will I use for my Vertices Unite. What I now think I'm going to do it again in alpaca, drops alpaca, because I have a lot of balls left and I want to use it. Maybe I have to buy 1 or 2 colors new, but I'm trying to use up my stash like this. This is the alpaca I think I'm going to use. I have 2 balls of this light pink. They call it aardbeienijs. I think they call it aardbeienijs. So this is maybe one of the colors. I don't know it yet. I have whites. I have 2 of. I have browns, and I have like a neutral color. But yeah, we'll see what it will be. I don't know it yet. Sometimes with the Vertices Unite you can see it along the way. You're knitting it. I picked it up. This is my 4th one. This is all knit up from merino. I bought 5 skeins especially for this shawl. It's super nice. But what I said before, this is merino yarn. And in winter it feels cooler at your face and in your neck. And sometimes it's so cold on the bike that this is too cold for me. This gives me not the warmth that I needed for a shawl on the bike. So this one I use more in spring. And my alpaca versions, I don't have them here, are very, very warm. So that's the reason I think I'm going to choose again for alpaca. And then my stash. I want to knit from stash. I like to buy new yarn, but I also want to use what I have. So that's the idea. I don't know for sure if I will use the white one. Maybe to stripe a darker color like this. What I like about this shawl is that it's that stripes. I love the stripes. 1 brown, 1 white or lighter. And this is a super big shawl. It's so nice. It's the best knit I ever did. Well, that's grappig. The best knit I ever did. So that's why I have already 4, and I wanted the 5th one, and maybe I will do every year 1. I don't know. So super nice, the Vertices Unite. But yeah, that shawl is also very nice. I wore it a lot the last weeks when it's colder on the bike in the morning, and I don't need the alpaca versions anymore, so I am using my merino versions. So that is what I'm planning to do. I hope you think, oh yeah, Ivonne, nice, I'm going to knit it with you. I will put it in the description box when we start the garter-marler and when we start the Vertices Unite. And you have the time to think about which yarn you want to use, and you can join me, hopefully. So that is what I wanted to tell you this week. my back is resting now after London. I had a really, really painful week. It was not nice anymore. I did way too much, so I have to learn to balance. To take the balance even better. Prima that I'm going to London in the summer. I'm going to London again, but I have to not plan too much on one day. I did too much in that last weekend I was there, but it was all nice. But I was laying flat the whole week afterwards with severe pain, so that was not nice. So that is my back problem. On the moment, it's hoe zeggen, rustig. It's a little bit better, and I have to take it slow. That's the thing. But I don't sit still. Of course, I have to do my household and my groceries, and you know what I mean. And that's why knitting is the best hobby you can get. So that is how my back goes. We'll see how it goes. And I had my infection, how do you say, inflammation in my lungs. It's now getting better after 5 weeks. It's now nearly gone. I think it plays me, hoe zeg je dat? How do you say it? Yeah, I had it, I think it was on the, how do you say it? It was al langer gaande that I felt bad because of my lungs were infected. We call it a longontsteking. I don't know, lung inflammation, do you say that in English like that? But now it's getting better, so I'm having more air, not the coughing anymore, so hopefully that's also getting better, and that's the summer will get easier. So this is what I wanted to tell you this week. I hope you liked it. If you're new here, thank you, and hopefully you stay with me, and I see you next week with the weekly vlog again. Doei!